Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the player predictions for FIFA 17. This time we are doing commentary with it, so I can explain what I think of these player ratings myself. And today we're going to start off with Jack Butland. Of course, the English goalkeeper from Stoke City had a pretty good season for Stoke and was said to be the number one goalkeeper for the England national team at the Euros, but he wasn't available due to injury, and Joe Hart had to start, and we all know how that went. But through FIFA 16, he ended with a 79 rated card, or a 79 rated overall in head-to-head, and an 87 potential. And for his special cards, which I'm gonna add from now on, he got 2 times an inform, and he got tots as well for his performances at Stoke City, saving them multiple times. But on FIFA 17, I think I'm gonna give him an 80 rating, giving him a +1 overall on what his overall is right now. So take in mind, these are not Ultimate Team ratings, these are the ratings on head-to-head right now, and they get updated all the time. So these might also be already final FIFA 17 ratings for some players. But I have given him an upgrade to the 80 rating and given him an 87 potential, just like he does on FIFA 17. Now we go over to John Stones. John Stones recently made a big move to Manchester City after not having the most of impressive seasons, to be honest, and only showing off that he is a very calm player on the ball, but hasn't shown that he is a really good defender. Hopefully he can show for Manchester City that he is worth the 58 million price tag, I believe. And in FIFA 16 he has gotten a 77 overall with 87 potential, and I'm gonna give him an upgrade just because he went to a big club like Manchester City. Otherwise I would probably give him the same rating or even a downgrade, but I'm giving him an upgrade just because of the big money move to Manchester City. And EA likes to be very generous to players that make big moves, so I've given him 78 overall with 87 potential. Now we go to Eric Bertrand Bailey, of course making the move to Manchester United this season, and already showing off that he's a very good centre back at the start of the season, picking up 1 inform in this FIFA 7 or in FIFA 16, and that was one for Manchester United. Of course, he had a very good season for Villarreal as well, giving him a lot of upgrades on head-to-head, ending with an 80 overall and 88 potential. But I think he's going to be an 81 overall and an 88 potential. And I think that he is actually going to be upgraded throughout FIFA 17 a lot if he keeps performing like he is doing right now. Then we go over to Hector Bellerin, of course the Spanish right back from Arsenal, known for his pace on FIFA, but also is a very quality right back nonetheless. But I have given him a 79 overall and an 86 potential compared to his 77 overall and 85 potential he ended with in FIFA 16. Throughout FIFA 16 he's also gotten 2 informs and 1 team of season. I didn't want to give him an 80 rating because I still think he has to improve quite a bit to become one of the better fullbacks in the world. But he's one of the better ones in the Premier League for sure. But he's very reliant on his pace. And I don't know if he wasn't that fast if he would be as good as he is right now. So now we go over to Julian Brandt, a very well known player in Germany. Maybe not all over Europe and the world, but in Germany he's very well known, and he's gotten a big potential on FIFA already. He's gotten an 88 potential and a 76 overall in FIFA 16. And he's been playing a decent season apparently according to his stats and fans. And I've given him an overall of 76, 1 more. That would be a +2 upgrade on his FIFA Ultimate Team card if you're interested. But I've still given him an 88 potential. But you could easily see him go up to maybe even 77. And he's gotten 1 inform during FIFA 16. So now we go to Dimitri Payet, who is a very big name in football nowadays, giving an 83 overall and 83 potential at the end of FIFA 16. And he's already 29 years old, and FIFA doesn't a lot of the time give a higher potential than overall for older players that are not young 20s or even teenagers anymore. But he's gotten quite some special cards during FIFA 16. He got himself 1 inform, 1 team season, and 3 Man of the Matches, having a very good performance at the Euros, and of course kicking things off with the game against Romania at the start of the Euros, where he immediately showed that he is on the next level in his career. And he's gone on the radar of a lot of big clubs, but it looks like he might be staying at West Ham after they have gotten offers from clubs like Real Madrid. But I've given him an 84 overall and 84 potential for FIFA 17. And I think he might even get upgraded to the 85 if FIFA is feeling very generous. Then we go over to recently Bazour, a very good pickup on career mode, having an 88 potential and a 77 overall at the end of this FIFA. He didn't pick up any special cards on Ultimate Team, but he had a pretty good season for Ajax in the Eredivisie. And he's got a 78 overall and an 87 potential in FIFA 17. I think at least that's what he's gonna have. But he might get even a bigger upgrade to 79 if he maybe goes to Inter, because once again, EA likes to give bigger upgrades to players that move to bigger teams. Then we've got an Alan Halilovic, and he is of course a player owned by Barcelona, but he is for FIFA, or for the next season, he is loaned out to Hamburg SV. But on the end of FIFA 16, he had a 77 overall with a 90 potential, not picking up any special cards in Ultimate Team. He did though get an upgrade to a gold card, which was 77 rated. And in FIFA 17, I believe he's gonna have a 78 rated or a 78 overall with 90 potential, after having a pretty decent season for Sporting Gijon out on loan. Now going out on loan to a bit of a bigger team in the Bundesliga, and he is once again having to prove himself before Barcelona to hopefully after that season stay at Barcelona and become like a regular starter or a substitute. Then we go to this new signing from Manchester City. Another signing they made this summer is Gabriel Jesus, and I might be mistaken, but I believe he isn't going to be available for the entire season, because the Brazilian competition is not finished yet or anything, and he wants to first of all finish that season, or it is because he's now playing at the Olympic Games. It's one of the two. But in FIFA 16, he's ended with a 72 overall and an 85 potential. He didn't pick up any special cards as he wasn't in Ultimate Team yet, but he was on career mode and head-to-head. But in FIFA 17, I believe he's going to get a 73 overall with 87 potential. Moving to a big club like Manchester City, he's going to probably get a big upgrade. Then we go to a bit of a career mode legend in Bril Donat Mbolo. And FIFA 16, he ended with a 76 potential or overall and 88 potential, and had a pretty decent season with FC Basel, I believe. Nothing's too special, but he earned himself a move to FC Schalke. And he, when he came in at the Euros as a substitute, he was really looking like a dangerous and creative player, in my opinion. And I've given him a small upgrade for his overall over to 77, but I'm gonna give him a potential downgrade to 87 as he is getting older. Then we go over to Kelechi Iheanacho. Had a pretty good season for Manchester City. Had, I believe, the best goal to minute ratio in the whole Premier League and one of the best ones in Europe. And wasn't a starter, I should say, in every single game. But he got subbed in quite a lot, and apparently paired up with Aguero very nicely. And at the end of FIFA 16, he had a 73 overall and 87 potential. And in FIFA 17, I've given him a 74 overall with 88 potential. And through FIFA 16, he didn't pick up any special cards. But guys, if you want to see the stats that I've given him on their Ultimate Team cards, then there will be a link down below to a Futhead squad. You can check that one out if you want to see what kind of stats I've given them for their attributes, I should say. And then that is gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed them, please drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.